Good morning, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by other historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the smart device application Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar in the description below. Anyway, I am A.O. Xander.
I am Loki Lycan.
And I am Mr. Wick.
A.K.A. Rombister, A.K.A. Big Fist, A.K.A. Father Palm, A.K.A. many other A.K.A.s. So, you let's just hope you never do anything illegal, because the amount of aliases you have is truly staggering. So,
I've seen a...
It'd have to have a long list.
Yeah.
One of them brand new Corvette CH just went by.
Anyway, today is Saturn's Day, aka Saturday, May 13th, 2023. Loki, would you like to start, or John, or anybody?
Where would you like me to start exactly?
535, the very first.
535 is Saint Agapitus. Agapitus the First?
Yeah.
Begins his reign as Catholic Pope.
So this is the third day in a row, I think, that the first article was about a pope. So, that's interesting.
I just found it kind of strange because it looked like there was an I there, and then it clicked in, oh, he's the first.
Yeah. Roman numeral. So.
Yeah. But yeah,
as I was talking about before the show, 1110 looks interesting too, because we just saw Kingdom of Heaven last night during movie night. So.
Yeah, nice Crusader movie.
You want to take it?
Sure. 1110, Crusaders march on Beirut, causing a bloodbath.
Ooh.
Much like in the movie, they caused a bloodbath in many places.
Oh my God, they're just... Dude, like, one of my old friends, Jess, back in the day, when this movie, was relatively still kind of new, I had it on DVD, and I was just watching it, and at the point where, they cut the ginger guy's neck, for drinking the ice, Jess is just like, man, all they're doing is killing each other. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's the Crusades, you dip. That's all they did is kill each other. So,
exactly. They were at war, so shit happened.
And that one scene where they turn the guy into a V.
Oh, God. That poor dude.
Oh, my God.
They just sliced him right in.
Bro turned into a Roman numeral. Anyway, you got another one here. Victory in battle.
Victory in battle. 1568. Mary, Queen of Scots, is defeated at Battle of Langside.
Ah, man. Mary, Queen of Scots, truly did get the shaft. And her sister, or cousin, or whatever, Queen Elizabeth I, or something. It was Mary versus Elizabeth, I think. Oh, God, she was brutal. She ended up killing her. She killed Mary, Queen of Scots. So, poor Mary. Anyway, we got another event of interest. Here in 1607, English colonists led by John Smith made a second landing near James River in Virginia. And yes, that is the very same John Smith that they portrayed as a dashing, young, blonde guy in the movie Pocahontas. That's the same guy.
Oh, God.
That's what he really looked like. He was like a 40-year-old guy, ugly as sin, beard and all that stuff, unkempt. And Pocahontas was 13 and they had relations. Yikes.
Yep.
And
then in her later
it's a big
years,
yikes.
Not very pleasant. She was not very pleasant to the eyes in her later years either.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
In her 30s, and she looked like she was 70. She did not look okay. She did not age well.
Well, after experiencing what she did, I'm surprised she lived to that age. So
that was impressive that she even made it as long as she did after that.
Yeah.
Poor
girl had
Indeed.
it rough. So, but anyway,
really
moving on up to 1767, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart's first opera, Apollo et Hyacinthus, written when he was 11 years old, premiered in Salzburg. Huh. 11
Nice.
years old. Wow, he was a prodigy.
Well,
in
they call him the
Salzburg,
greatest musician of all time for a reason.
yeah. In Salzburg, though, I like their steaks. Salisbury steaks. Those are pretty good, especially with the mushrooms. You know.
Yeah.
But then in 1787, Arthur Phillip set sail with 11 ships of criminals to Botany Bay, Australia. Yeah, look at the year 1787. After we got independence and the revolution and all that stuff. As I keep saying, if it wasn't for France, there would not be a U.S., and if it wasn't for France and the U.S., there would not be a modern-day Australia. They had to ship their prisoners somewhere, and they just lost the colonies, but they also just so happened to have discovered Australia. Captain James Cook, I believe, is the one who did. I may be wrong, I think. But yeah. Oh, this one's interesting. Rhombus, if you want to take a turn. 1830 as well. 1830, 1835. They're both interesting.
Oh.
If Rhombus is busy, it's back to...
I was gonna say, I'm kind of driving right now. I'll still listen.
Well, back to you, Mr. Loki.
Okay, 1830, Republic of Ecuador is found with Juan Jose Flores as president. That's quite a name.
Oh, well, happy birthday, Ecuador. Cool.
1835, first foreign embassy in Hawaii forms.
Huh.
Good for them.
All right. And that next one, too, actually, now that I look at it, that's pretty big. I don't know why that's not highlighted.
1846, U.S. declares war on Mexico 2 months after fighting begins. Yikes.
Yeah, that's right. The Alamo fell like a couple months ago. So, the whole Alamo thing, if you're familiar with that, I'm not sure how much they teach you about the Alamo in Canada. But
Not enough, I don't think.
It's a pretty
They
big
mainly
deal.
teach us about the world wars.
Yeah. Well, the Alamo is a pretty big deal over here. Like, if you know who Jim Bowie was, or
I know of them from like TV shows and whatnot that did teach proper history.
Davy Crockett, does that name ring a bell?
Yes, it does. We did learn about him.
He died at the Alamo fighting. He defended. So that's where he and Jim Bowie, the Bowie knife fame. Several like really renowned people were at the Alamo and unfortunately fell to Santa Ana. But later on, Sam Houston kicked Santa Ana's teeth right into his head. Like, brutal. But we got here in 1848 the first performance of Finland's national anthem, Mami, composed by Frederick Paccius, Swedish words by Johann Ludwig Runeberg. Okay, that's cool. Then 1861, Queen Victoria announced Britain's position of neutrality. All right.
Okay.
And then, this is interesting, 1861 as well. The Great Comet of 1861 was discovered by John Tebbutt of Windsor, New South Wales, Australia. Oh, crikey. Oh, wow, okay. You know what? You take this, 1878. This is, this should be highlighted just out of the geekness.
1878, Danvers State Hospital, a psychiatric hospital in Massachusetts. I'm sorry if I butchered that name.
Oh, that was perfect.
Opens later, serves as inspiration for Arkham Sanatorium in the work of H.P. Lovecraft, which in turn inspired Arkham Asylum of the DC Batman universe. That is crazy.
Wow, yeah. You have an inspiration for an inspiration.
Talk about inspirations.
Yeah. Dude, that's
wicked, though.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Like, I saw that,
Because
I'm
frankly,
like,
DC
you're gonna love
universe
this.
is pretty damn good.
Yeah. I'm a DC boy all the way. So.
Sometimes you just gotta inspire Arkham.
So that's one for me.
Yep.
I got two more to do.
Yep.
Then in interest, 1890, Lord Salisbury Salisbury steak. Like, yeah. Offers Helgoland to go to Germany in exchange for Zanzibar, Ugandan, and Equator?
Zanzibar,
Equatoria.
Uganda, and Equatoria, I believe.
Equatoria. Good
Yeah.
Lord, these names are hard for me.
They're difficult, for a lot of people. Like, as I said, I've been doing this for many years, like almost 2 decades now. So,
Yeah.
like, practice makes
You
perfect.
got a leg up on me.
Yeah. But hey, you took my joke. I was gonna say, oh, did he invent my, really delicious, meal? Sounds
That
very
was
steak.
intentional, though. That was calculated. I'm sneaky like that.
You're turning into me. Oh God.
But now, sports history. 1905, World Heavyweight Boxing Champion James J. Jeffries retires undefeated after 7 title defenses. Returns in 1910 to be beaten by Jack Johnson.
Wow, there's a lot of J's in there.
7 title defenses.
We have James J. Jeffries, Jack Johnson. Then where's Jonah Jameson? Like bring him in.
Yeah, really.
I want Spider-Man. So, anyway, moving on up, we got an event of interest here in 1913. We have the first 4-engine aircraft built and flown by Igor Sikorsky of Russia. Wow. First 4-engine aircraft. I would have liked to know the make and model so I can look it up. So,
Yeah, that'd be interesting to know, yeah.
1913, first 4-engined aircraft. Let's see here. Let's take a look at this. Oh, that's a big craft.
Oh, that is a big plane.
Yeah.
Those planes are so cool looking, though. They're so
Yeah.
much better and cooler looking than modern planes.
Oh my God! It looks like straight up just a trolley car with 2 wings.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Dude, look, it even has like a front, like people could stand up there and just be in the wind. Like, wow.
It's like, I can do a Titanic up here.
I'm the king of the sky! Bro, look at this thing, though. Holy,
Oh, what?
that's
I wonder, did that even fly?
Oh yeah, no, that's a seaplane. Like you can tell, like it's a boat bottom, so that way it just lands and takes off from the ocean or a lake or a body of water. But look at
I'm
all the
sorry,
engines.
bro. It
Holy
looks like a
crap.
straight up boat with wings.
It is. It straight up is. What the hell? What is that thing? That's weird. Bunch of strange aircraft.
Uh-oh.
So,
Is that a Nazi plane up there? Because that looks like the cross
that's World
that
War
you
One.
used, wasn't it?
That's World War One.
So not Nazi, but German,
Actually,
I think.
I think that might have been
Was
between.
that German?
I don't know, because
'Cause
World
I
War
could
World War
swear.
One they had biplanes. I'm not sure if they had the one wing yet, but Germany was not allowed to really have an air force. So,
Oh, wow.
well, I mean, after World War One, they couldn't have really like an air force. They were really limited on what they can have as far as like navy and military, but they were not allowed air at all. That's why Hitler creating the Luftwaffe is such a big deal, because that's straight up against the Treaty of Versailles. So,
Well, not to mention he had the Nazi U-boats.
yeah. Well, they were allowed U-boats. They were allowed ships, just a limited amount of
those-
them, and limited amount of arms and armaments and whatnot, which they broke everything all over the board. But like, I'm trying to figure out where this would be, like, because if anything, that's very early World War II, because they got much better planes later on. But between 1 and 2, like, they weren't really allowed to have an air force. So I don't know what this is.
Well, yeah, it just struck me because I saw the cross and I was like, wasn't that Germany?
Yeah, that's definitely Germany. Oh, here's something interesting.
Right.
Moving on up to 1916, we have the first observance of Indian or Native American Day. All right. So that's cool.
Well, it's good they get to have a day for themselves because
Well,
God knows they're underappreciated people.
Well, see, like, like here's the thing about it. Like, like we have Black History Month and then Pride Month and this month and that day and this day and that week and all this shit. When in reality, we should be celebrating everything all the time. Like why do we have segregation?
That is a good idea. Like, there shouldn't just be a day. It should be celebrate life, celebrate people. I mean, every day.
Like there's a really great interview out there between what was his face? The guy from Shawshank.
Morgan Freeman?
Thank you. Yeah, Morgan Freeman.
Yeah,
and some
he did say it good. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, like
he was saying, I don't want a Black History Month. Do you want a White History Month?
Well, no. No. He didn't say White History Month. You want a Jew History Month. Because his interviewer was Jewish. Right. So, like, it's beyond the whole white thing. Do you want a Jew History Month? No. Why? Because I don't want to get, singled out. Well, then why the hell do you think it's appropriate to have a Black History Month? Like...
He had it very right.
Screw all the months dedicated to random people. Fuck that.
Yeah, and on top of that, Black History Month in February, the shortest month of the year? Really? Wow, you're getting shafted, you don't even realize it. Like, come on.
That's right.
You're breaking up really
robot
bad
in there, bro.
Anyway, moving on up, we got 1918. The first U.S. airmail stamps were issued for 24 cents.
Ooh, talk about a bargain.
Yeah. Yo, Rhombus, you are lagging like a really bad flip book.
I wonder if he's doing it on purpose now.
I hope not. We have a show to do. Anyway, back to you, good sir.
Okay, we got 1940 Dutch Queen Wilhelmina flees to England.
Huh.
Flees to England, sorry.
Yeah. So she fled Dutch to England. That's interesting.
Must have been a good reason. Also 1940, Winston Churchill says, I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat in his first speech as Prime Minister to British House of Commons.
Winston Churchill, like, really good leader.
What a brave man.
Yeah, well, let's not forget he was part of, like, the global elitists. Like, he straight up said in one of his speeches, in God's good time, the New World Order will take over. Like, that was the end of one of his speeches. I believe we shall fight on the beaches speech after the Dunkirk disaster of World War II. So, yeah, no, if you ever seen, that's another movie I'd love you to see if you haven't seen it already, Dunkirk.
I will look that one.
It's really good. I saw it in theater, and the intro, the opening is so good. Like, it's just really calm, quiet. You barely hear anything, Like, there's some, like, text exposition, to give a premise, like, in the very beginning. And you just see the soldiers walking around, trying to find a cigarette, trying to find some water. This one guy gathering, like, the falling leaflets and stuff for toilet paper. And all of a sudden, pop, 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 pop! Like, gunshots. Like, in the silence. Like, it's so jarring. But that's war,
Alright. Oh, we'll bring us up a year. 1941, Martin Bormann is named head of Nazi Chancellery?
Yep.
In Germany.
Dang.
What is a chancellery?
Chancellor. Like some political position. So.
Okay.
Actually, hold on a second. What is a chancellor? Chancellor is a senior state or legal official. The head of government in some European countries like Germany. So it's their version of president. So, you probably remember from Star Wars, Chancellor Palpatine.
Chancellor Palpatine, yeah, yep. Okay. Government body.
Yep.
Leader.
And you got another one here in 1942. This one's interesting. I really do got to research right.
Back up to another year. 1942. Yeah. Helicopter makes its first cross-country flight.
Dude, all the way in the 40s.
I wonder which kind of helicopter.
Well, let's take a look. 1942 heli.
If they don't, it's kind of jarring that they don't specify what brand or what
They
it
do.
was.
They do normally, like, but this looks like this is what the helicopter looked like in the 40s, because I keep seeing
That's
the same.
interesting.
Yeah. It was wild, because I remember one of the Call of Duty, I think it was Call of Duty games, focused in the Japanese theater. At the last level, you're on an aircraft carrier or something, and then you get rescued by a helicopter. It's like, how the hell do they have helicopters in 1944? But apparently they did, 1942. So, but very rudimentary. Let's see here. Moving on up, we got 1949. The first British-produced jet bomber, the Canberra, made its first test flight. The Canberra. Let's take a look at that. Canberra bomber. There we go. Oh, that looks sexy.
Oh, that is an interesting looking plane. That's a nice, sleek,
Yeah.
nice physique.
Yeah. Very aerodynamic.
I kind of like that camo one. That camo one looks really nice.
Yeah. Huh. Let's see here. What else do we got here? We got, 1950. The first ever race of the Formula One World Drivers' Championship was run at Silverstone, England, and won by Giuseppe Farina of Italy in the Alfa Romeo. Or in an Alfa Romeo.
Quite nice.
Dude, nice. First Formula One, dude. Like, that's, Alfa Romeo, what was that year? 1950? 1950. Huh. Okay, one of those.
That's a nice car.
It's all engine, too. Look at that.
That's the thing. I prefer older cars because, like, they look so much nicer, and I don't know. Modern day cars are just kind of ugly.
Well, like like back in the day, they actually made cars with, pizzazz. Made cars with personality.
Yeah,
nowadays everybody's always. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. No, like these cars, like you said, personality and pizzazz. All these modern day cars, it feels like they're just a block of metal, and that's it.
It is, because they're
Whereas,
all
like,
copying
the ones
each other.
older, they had a personality. They had substance. They had, like, people actually loved what they were building. No one nowadays cares. Like, it's all automated. It's all this and that and whatnot. No one really cares what they're making.
Well, it's not that. It's all about, like, miles per gallon, gas mileage, efficiency and all that stuff. So, like, all the cars look the same nowadays because there's only so much you can do to the body to maximize, aerodynamic, and less wind resistance and all that stuff, and so that's why all the cars look the same more or less nowadays, because we've reached technological, end of the line, so to speak,
Yeah.
And then you look at things like the Aptera, and that's why I'm such a champion of them, because, like, that was literally designed by aircraft and rocket engineers to have not only as little drag as possible, but whatever, air that, comes back and pushes you back in the vacuum, not only does it not cause drag, it gives you, like, a little backwind a little bit, so it pushes you. So, like, that car is, like, I think that is the pinnacle of what we can do with our technology at this time, until they invent some kind of, like, new, like, lighter weights, like steel, like for the central components, like the wheel wells and all that stuff, like the base guts, until we figure something new out, like, this is the Aptera is, like, the pinnacle of everything as far as automobile design is concerned. So
in terms of metal, I don't know why people keep bragging about aluminum being better than steel for cars. And it's like, sure, it's lighter, but now you see how they warp so easily. Like, you put it out in one hot summer day, it warps, and then you can't drive the thing. The whole, like, every component in that car just, like, gets all out of whack.
Yeah, and that's another major. That's another major
Which is why,
issue.
like, carbon fiber is the way to go.
Yeah,
In terms of car,
but that's
the
expensive.
best material you can get. it's expensive, but it's like it's stronger than steel.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. It's surprising how it is.
Oh yeah, no.
Like it's like a what is it, like a sixth of weight? It's like a sixth of steel's weight, and you can slap that thing against a wall and it'll be fine.
Well, what's really interesting, and this is going to sound like some kind of science fiction thing, but this has been going on for like 15 years. They've somehow, in order to create something that's strong, because spider silk is like 10 times stronger than steel by tensile strength, or something like that, or like 100 times, some phenomenal number. But what are you going to do? Harvest webs and everything? So what they've done somehow is they've crossbred goats with spiders, so the goat milk has spider silk in it. Like,
oh, good God!
I don't know how the hell they did this, but now they have goats that have the enzyme to produce whatever it does that makes spider silk in the udders, and then they milk it, and then they take it out of the milk, and then they make the material out of that. Like,
wait a minute, Tom Brady has udders?
Oh man,
I didn't know that.
Nice.
That's so
well, speaking of Tom Brady, we just spoke about him the other day, actually, on this show as well. Apparently, he got offered like a $311 million 3-year contract by Fox to be their commentator, which is more money than he's ever made as a quarterback in total. It's just like, whoa! Like, even when he's retired, this guy is going up. Usually when a quarterback or whatever retires, they become like a bench warmer or a coach, and their paychecks slowly get down. I don't know why God is favoring this cheater so much, but I don't know. Anyway, let's get back onto the topic here, guys. 1952, Jawaharlal Nehru became Premier of India. All right.
Oh, nice.
And I don't know whose turn it is anymore, so let's give it back to Loki here in 1955.
1955, Mickey Mantle hits 3 consecutive HRs of at least 463, whatever that is.
Feet. So HR is a home run. So you get 3 consecutive home runs of at least 463 feet or longer in distance, which is impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, another baseball record.
1958, MLB player Stan Musial is 8th to get 3,000 hits.
Ooh.
Nice. Congrats to him.
And I just saw right above that same year.
Oh, also in 1958, Jordan and Iraq from Arab federations.
Yeah, they formed the Arab Federation.
Form.
Yeah.
Not from. My bad.
Well, they are from it now, technically.
Also in 1958, MLB San Francisco Giants teammates Willie Mays and Darryl Spencers each home runs and a triple, and combined for 10 RBI in a 16-9 win over Dodgers at Los Angeles.
Oh man!
Oh, maybe a triple.
Man, we lost hard on our own soil. That's rough. But I wanna mention this because I don't think you've been around when I've said this before, Loki. But Willie Mays is the exact, that picture is the exact embodiment of whenever my dad is looking for glasses, and now he reminds me of you too.
He said mine are never on my face.
Hey,
I
have a better story. In a nutshell, essentially, I was looking for my keys for like a half hour, running around the house, upstairs, downstairs, looking literally everywhere. And then the whole time...
Were they in your pocket?
No, worse. The whole time, so I'm like, okay, I have my watch, I have my phone, I have my wallet, I have my keys. Where are my keys? Like, I look down at my hand and acknowledge the keys in my hand. For a half hour, I have my keys, but where are my keys? So I'm running around holding my bloody keys in my hand, looking for the keys that I already have. And I that was before I even became a stoner. So, wow. Yeah, almost as bad as the time my dad had to confiscate his keys from himself because he left it in the damn dumpster. So,
oh Jesus!
Seriously, I'll get into that story at some other point. But let's move on up to 1958. Ooh, Nixon attacked in Venezuela. Yikes!
Move on up. We're still in 1958.
Oh well, yeah, we're stuck in 58. The motorcade carrying U.S. Vice President Richard Nixon was attacked in Caracas, Venezuela. Several of Nixon's staff were injured. Wow. So even back then, people knew this guy was bad news, and should have just let the people have their way. Before frickin' Nixon opened up trade with China and allowed everything that's happening today to happen. Finally getting out of 58. Oh wait, actually one more 58 here. This is interesting. The trademark Velcro was registered. Huh.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and then 1959, finally breaking free of 58. Kraft Music Hall with Milton Berle last aired on NBC TV. All right.
Oh, wow.
Cool. Back to you, good sir.
We are moving on up to 1962. The LPGA Western Open Women's Golf Montgomery CC Mickey Wright wins on the fourth hole of a sudden death playoff with Mary Lena Falk.
Huh.
Falk.
All right. Yeah. Yo, hold on a second. Rhombus, can you read anything right now? Because this is kind of important.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I just got home.
Wait, this is not the same song, but you'll understand why I want you to read this. 1966.
Music history?
Yeah.
All right. In 1966, the Rolling Stones released Painted Black in the United Kingdom.
The Rolling Stones released Painted Black in the UK. Sorry.
Presenting drummer Charlie Watts.
Anyway, back to you, Mr. Loki. Sorry I had to do that because Loki, Rhombus here has been on a John Wick trip.
1968. That says 1 million French demonstrate against Charles de Gaulle and Georges Pompidou.
Yeah, Charles de Gaulle, he's what really saved France, and I don't know why anybody would go against him. He's the one who inspired the French resistance from his French government in exile being harbored in the UK after Germany took it over.
Huh.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Charles de Gaulle, there might not be a France today. That's kind of wild.
Mm-hmm.
We got some.
All right, moving on up.
Yep.
Oh.
Go for it.
Moving on up to 1973. Bobby Riggs beats Margaret Smith Court in Mother's Day match in California.
Huh.
Match of what?
A tennis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're both tennis players. But that looks like a guy versus a girl. That's unfair.
Yeah.
Especially on Mother's Day.
Speaking of that, speaking of men versus women, I watched, I think it was a gentleman I think he was in the top 200s of men's tennis. He played against Serena Williams and just shut her out, I think it was. And she said, I am never playing a man ever again.
Oh, yeah.
Just let me play women.
Yeah.
She got schooled on why men are better.
Well, it's not a question of better. It's a question of physical ability.
Well, the difference, yeah, that's what I'm sorry, that's kind of what I meant. The difference in the physiology, the strength,
the capabilities.
Yeah, the capabilities of men differ.
I mean,
I worded that very poorly.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing I'm here to help you, but but no, when you really get down to it, because there has been discoveries, of this ancient, long lost civilization, where the female skeletons, were a lot different than most other female skeletons of other cultures, including our own. They had broader shoulders, they had more stout, features like men, which suggested that they were, they were just as strong, physically just as muscular as men, because they were allowed, or in their culture, the women, went out and did the hard stuff just as the men did, so, the whole difference is physiology that we're just saying. That is a cultural thing. If we if females got into the coal mines, got into construction, got into these hard physical labor jobs, generation after generation after generation, in about 50 to 70 years or so, maybe I'm no biologist, so I can't project that well. But roughly around that time, I believe, the physically, a female will be allowed to compete, or we'd be able to compete with a male with no real differences, in capabilities. We just need to work towards that. I mean, to bring up something, that's kind of a taboo subject. If you look at a lot of black people in the U.S., a lot of them are naturally very muscular without even working out or anything, because of what happened generation after generation and after generation of menial labor, slavery, and even Bill Burr, does a whole bit on that about how Hitler was talking about how he's going to make a superior race, and then Jesse Owens comes in and just fucking knocks his teeth out. Metaphorically speaking, at the Olympics. It's I think we already accidentally did that, you don't see white guys, going and dunking on black guys that often in basketball, do you?
No, sir.
Only one I can think of is Larry Bird, and he doesn't even dunk; he just shoots threes.
Yeah, well, that's another story. But still, Bill
Burr, he was something else.
Yeah. Bill Burr goes off on that topic a couple of times. He's right, if people want to hate on me or anything for saying this, go for it. Come and prove me wrong. I welcome being wrong. So anyway, moving on up. Speaking of people being very wrong, we got Howard Stern here in 1977, began broadcasting at WRNW Briarcliff Manor in New York. Huh.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, well, Howard Stern, he used to be good, and then apparently he went woke. I haven't been paying attention, but he's not on our side, that's for sure. But then 1979, Shah of Iran, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi and family were sentenced to death in Tehran. He was the last Shah of Iran, and we've spoken about it many times on the show, Loki, so the more shows you do, we'll run into this guy again, because, history, is there. And, but, this guy, nobody wanted him. He was the last Shah of Iran. They chased him out of there. And nobody wanted him, and eventually I think he did finally end up here, or France or something. I don't know. But then it says here he died somewhere. Actually, it doesn't say here. It said it on the wiki when I looked up before.
I thought it just said it right there. I could have sworn.
Right here. Birthplace, Tehran,
Cause
Iran.
of death.
Cause of death. Complications of Waldenstrom's macroglobulinemia. What the hell is that? What?
Good Lord! What a name!
That sounds not good. Let's take a look at this.
It sounds heinous.
It is a rare white blood cell cancer. It is a slow-growing type of non-Hodgkin lymphoma. Yikes.
Oh, God.
Waldenstrom's mostly forms in the bone marrow and can slow the growth of normal blood cells, which can lead to anemia and a weakened immune system. Eee. That's not good.
Yikes, and he died from that. That's horrible.
Yeah, well, no wonder he died from that. That's death. So, Then, speaking of death, or the attempt of one here, we got another assassination attempt on Pope John Paul II here, when he was shot
not again.
in 1981, when he was shot and critically wounded by Turkish gunman Mehmet Ali Agca at St. Peter's Square, Vatican City. And I believe this is the incident that led to the invention of the Popemobile. So,
Not the other one.
Yeah, no, the other one, this was straight up, I believe this is the one, because it did involve a firearm and such. But, man, dude, like, why does anybody want to go, look at that face, Butterball.
He's such a cool, he's Grandpa.
Yeah,
Leave Grandpa alone.
Grandpa Pope, leave Grandpa Pope alone, Come on.
Yeah, like, goddamn, what the hell, people?
I don't think we should say goddamn.
He wouldn't hurt a fly. Oh, dude. Forgive me, Grandpa Pope.
Yeah. I wear Christianity plot armor around my neck, so I'm safe.
Yeah, wouldn't want to offend some Christians by saying that phrase. Even though they offend everyone else.
The hell with what the Christians think. I'm a Roman Catholic.
Did I say Reggie Jackson earlier, talking about the Olympics? I think I did.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, it wasn't Reggie Jackson. It was somebody else. But I forgot the. Hold on a second. See here. Nazi Olympic black guy.
What?
What was his name? Jesse Owens. Jesse Owens. That's the guy. Okay.
You said the no word.
What, Olympic?
No, the other one. You said the no word.
I said 3. Nazi black guy.
Yeah, the
Nazi. Anyway, Mr. Loki, do you want to talk about 83 here? Some more sports history.
All right. 1983, Reggie Jackson is first major leaguer to strike out 2,000 times.
Ooh,
Ow.
that's not good.
That's not a record you want
No.
on your resume. Like, goddamn.
Hey, I'm a record holder. What's the record? Being the biggest loser.
Moving on up a year, in 1984, Dutch footballer Jonah Cruyff?
Johan Cruyff, I believe.
Cruyff. Oh my goodness, thank God you're here. Johan Cruyff's last competitive match. Oh,
Okay.
wow.
All right.
And that is soccer, not actual football.
Yeah, soccer. Well, it did,
Soccer football,
see, the term
not
soccer.
American football.
Here's the thing. Soccer, much like the imperial unit of measurements, was invented in the British Isles by the UK, by Great Britain, whatever, England, whatever you want to call them. They invented it, and then they turned around and then started calling soccer football, and then they started using the metric system, and then they started making fun of us for using their invention. What the hell, Britain? Come on.
Yeah, no, they're idiots. They think they're just even bigger idiots.
Yeah.
All right,
I mean, they don't even
moving
know how
on
to
up
make their
to...
own teeth, let alone run a normal metric system or not even the metric system, the imperial system that they literally invented.
Yeah, think of the
They
name,
can barely
Imperial. What was the strongest imperial power in all of human history? England. Put 1 to 1 together.
Oh.
Yeah, no, they're just a bunch of sissies for not running their own system. It's like, seriously?
Yeah.
Can't make fun of us.
Well, they figured out they're in the wrong when they tried to elect. When they had their own version of Donald Trump, just with even messier hair, Boris Johnson.
Oh God, not that guy.
Yeah.
Or no,
That guy needs a fucking comb.
Yeah. No, he needs just a lawnmower. Just trim that shit. But anyway, let's get back up to 1989 here, guys.
Yeah, 1989, Minnesota twin Kirby Puckett becomes 35th to hit 4 doubles in a game.
Damn.
Oh, congrats.
That's really good. I don't have my sports guy with me, but I think a double means two people got in. Completely, went around the bases and came back home.
I believe that's what it is, yeah.
What is a double in baseball? A batter is credited with a double when he hits the ball into play and reaches second base without the help of an intervening error or attempt. Okay, so he didn't bring anybody
so it's
in.
a batter.
He got himself halfway out, so that's what happened. So
I wonder if that's what a triple is. You got to third then.
yeah, I believe so. Because there's double, triple,
Alright.
there's single, double, triple, home run, and stuff like that. I think that's called the cycle.
Yes.
So,
Right.
Yeah, that is.
yeah.
Yeah, a single is you got just enough to get to first base. A double is where you get to second base. Third base is a triple, and then then there's home run.
Yeah.
Where you smack it right out of the
Right
park.
on.
But there is also such thing as an in the park home. There's also a in the park home run, which is next to impossible to attain. You would have to bamboozle the entire defensive side of the ball to so excessively to the point to where you actually managed to get it in.
Nice.
It's. I don't think I've ever seen an in the park home run. I've never witnessed one outside of minor leagues. That's it. That's the only time I've ever seen it.
Oh my God, Rumbuster's lagging so bad. I watched him mute himself, and he was still talking for another 3 seconds. Holy crap!
All right.
Wow. All right, go for it.
Is it you or me now?
Oh, I think it's my turn now. 1991, Michael Jackson, Magic and Madness went on sale. Hee hee. Oh,
Love his music.
yeah. Well,
I don't care what anybody says about the man. His music was good.
Yeah, well,
Like you,
what's
he had
his
good
face?
music, man.
O.J. Simpson was a good football player. Also,
I don't know anything about him except for he apparently murdered his wife. That's all I know about the man. Sadly.
Yeah, and the other thing, and the reason people say that he was a good football player is he was the first running back to rush for 2,000 yards in the NFL.
Damn,
He was the first one to do it.
that's impressive.
And nobody had done it before.
Anyway, we got some more sports history in 1991. Yankee Stadium fans sing "Like a Virgin" to Jose Canseco. Wow, that's rude. Wow.
Sure.
What did he? Was he a virgin? Like, were they openly mocking him? We need to bring
Maybe.
community-wide bullying of that caliber back. Come on, that's awesome.
Stadium-wide mocking
Oh my God! And
should
see,
become a sport.
dude, it should. And if you don't run out of the stadium crying like a little bitch, then you're a real person. Like Jose
Exactly.
Canseco. Anyway, one year later, in 1992, we got 3 astronauts simultaneously walked in space for the first time. Cool. That's really
Nice.
cool. Yeah. Now you have entire groups of people out there, fixing satellites and whatnot. And then the first thing that comes to my mind is the opening scene of Gravity, which is that is terrifying. Have you seen Gravity yet, Loki?
No, I have not.
Oh, we got to update you. You are even worse than me with movies. We got to bring you up to speed. So Sohan has a lot of work to do with us too.
All right.
That same year,
Film
1992,
and
go for it.
TV Do you want me to do the one above or the film in history?
Go for it. Film and TV history. Yeah.
All right. 1992, Frank Stallone.
Stallone?
Yeah. Beats Stallone. Thank you. Beats Gerald Riviere in boxing on Howard Stern show.
Now that's interesting. I'd love to see Geraldo Rivera wearing boxing gloves and going toe to toe with somebody, especially with someone with the name Stallone. That mustache does not look like it belongs in the ring.
No, it doesn't.
Nope.
Looks like he needs to be a news anchor.
He is, actually, he was. And actually, I wanted to bring up something. During Operation Enduring Freedom, back in 2003 and so on, when we were invading Iraq, there was one point where he drew in the sand the U.S. positions in relative to, the city and such, which is a very big no-no because now the enemy knows where our troops are. Like, stupid. So.
God damn it.
Yeah, no, Geraldo Rivera is a notorious. I believe he's a leftist. He worked with CNN, I believe. I'm not entirely sure.
Good lord.
Let me check on this thing here. ABC.
ABC News.
Fox News. He was on Fox News. Yeah. CNBC. So he's been all over the place. So. Huh.
Wow.
Yeah. This guy.
Moving on to 1993. Arsenio Hall's 1000th show retrospective seen in Netherlands.
Cool.
Is that the name of the show? Retrospective?
No, it would be capitalized and in quotations if it was.
Oh.
It has to be like a retrospective look on the show. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
Arsenio Hall, if you ever seen the movie Coming to America, Arsenio Hall is a servant guy that goes with him.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen that movie?
I've seen very little movies, apparently.
All right. Well, we got to bring you up to. I thought I was culturally ignorant, but apparently not. There's always a bigger fish, so to speak.
Ouch. Using Star Wars against me? How dare you?
Use the Force, Loki. Anyway, 1993, Kansas City Royal George Brett hit his 300th home run. That guy, he needs to get out of the sun a bit. It looks like he's radiating melanoma. Like, look at that. Good Lord.
It looks like he needs to hide under a bench.
Yeah.
Or something. Like, Jesus, man.
Bro.
Put some sunscreen on. Ah.
He looks like Donald Trump if Donald Trump did his tan legitimately.
Man, he looks like my dad. My dad looks like a lobster half the time. And I started to put my dad on blast here, but fuck. Anytime we go on holidays, he looks like a cooked lobster.
Well, Loki's dad, if you're watching this, we love you. And please wear better sunscreen. We don't want you getting melanoma, please. So.
And please don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me no more. Dun, 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 dun.
So who's up? I think it's you.
I'll take it. Then 1995, Team New Zealand defeated Team Dennis Conner 5-0 to win the America's Cup for the first time. Dang. 5-0.
Oh.
Yeah.
Speaking of the devil, we were just talking about this guy.
Speak of the devil, and he may pop up like an unwanted something or other. Yo, what up, Sohan? How you doing?
Okay.
And we weren't talking about you. We were talking about O.J. Simpson, actually. You just so happened to come on at an inconvenient time towards the conversation. But hey, do you want to take over in 1996?
I didn't even open up my shit yet.
Okay, well.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, well,
we're professional here.
While you do that, I'll continue on my turn here. 1996, O.J. Simpson appeared on British discussing his not guilty verdict. British TV. Blah, blah. Speaking of those limeys. Can a white person be racist against another white person? I don't know. So, yeah.
Yes.
I guess. Then,
depends on what kind of white person they are.
As long as they're not Irish.
It's just called friendly fire.
Yeah.
Friendly
It
fire.
applies to
Yeah.
all of them. They can all.
Oh, is that why they call it flaming?
Fire one another.
Honestly,
Anyway.
I think
it's called
African
friendly fire.
could be racist to a Jamaican.
Definitely. You know, but Jamaican me crazy, man. Anyway, 1997, Eddie Murray was the 6th baseball player to play in 3,000 games. Wow, that's good.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I am officially caught up now.
All right, let's do a ping pong. 2001, Sohan, and then Loki, and then back to me. So we're just kind of reversing the order of things right now.
Season 1, Silvio Berlusconi, White Wing House of Freedoms Coalition wins the Italian general election.
All right. But
Yeah.
he doesn't look like a face
Cool.
I can trust. Like, look at that. He looks like a sleazeball. Like he might not
He
be.
looks like
It looks
He
like he
looks
has
fake.
drug use to lick your feet
Oh
while you
God.
sleep.
So, and why do
Dude
you
looks
always
like
go
he
to the
makes
feet?
infomercials for a living.
He does.
He
Yo,
looks like
actually,
the kind of guy that makes infomercials.
actually, doesn't he look like
that's his career. He's an infomercial guy.
Doesn't he look like a better built Bryan Cranston?
He kind
I
of
don't
looks like
know.
Bryan Cranston, but with like more forehead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he
A
has
lot
like more
more.
bone structure. Like you know.
He's like
Also,
younger. He's like a younger Bryan Cranston in that photo.
also 2007
Jesse.
construction of the Calafat Fading Bridge between Romania and Bulgaria begins.
Huh.
Oh,
Let's take a look at that bridge right there, real quick. Oh,
And
okay,
check
that's a cool
Michaelis.
bridge. Fat Putin? Oh my God. Why is his forehead
Well-
so wavy, dude? What the fuck?
He's also 2007 PTA Players Championship TPC at Seagrass. American Phil Mickelson wins
Okay.
by 2 strokes ahead of runner-up Sergio Garcia of Spain. Event played in May for the first time.
Huh.
oh,
Bro, every time I see that picture of Lady Gaga without anything on, she looks alien. Like, she does not look human. I'm sorry. Like, she needs to have something ridiculous on, otherwise she doesn't look normal.
yeah. Where's her
Well,
beach
she's
suit?
always looked weird. I'm so used to her wearing like the most odd stuff that it just feels normal. And then when she dresses like a casual human being, it's like, what?
I know.
It's like whenever she's hanging out with Scully Erna from Godsmack, she's like dressed casual. And it's like, what? Like, who is that? It's like you don't even realize it's Lady Gaga until you have to look twice.
It's like, where
like,
is your meat suit? Where is my meat suit?
Where is that giant ball that you had on your head there from a few years ago at New Year's?
Anyway, whoever's turn is it, let's get back into this, guys. We're almost done.
I think it's me.
All right, go for it.
2010 Rock for the Rainforest benefit concert held at Carnegie Hall, New York City. Performers include Sting, Elton John, Bruce Springsteen, Mary J. Blige, Debbie Harry, Lady Bassett, Nile Rodgers, and Chic.
Yeah. That's a hell of a lineup there.
Oh, that is a good lineup. I don't know some of them.
Huh. Oh, 2012. Holy crap. The first one. Jesus.
2012. 49 dismembered bodies are found on a Mexican highway as part of the Mexican drug war. Yeah, they're pretty heinous out there.
Yeah, well, that's the problem with our borders. All that stuff is spilling out into Southern California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, and it's just, spreading from there, Like, it's scary.
I'm going to diverge a little. Here's the thing, though. Like, Mexico is bad, but you look at El Salvador, they're literally, the cops there have to have rifles, pistols, and shotguns at all times on them, even at a standard mall.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's wandering security with 3 to 4 guns on them, and these are just like regular security guards. Like, it's ridiculous how much armament they have to have just to fight off these cartels.
Yeah, dude, like, the police departments out here, like, when they're just, like, and, like, I don't know if it's as bad as what you just said, even the security guards, but, like, if you get, if you get, for whatever reason you have to speak to a police officer, like, they're strapped. They have their semi-automatic, like, fucking gun, like, over their chest, just, like, holding it there, and they're just talking to you, and you're talking to a freaking guy who should be stationed over in freaking, like, Iraq or something. Like, why am I talking to a military? I thought you were police. Oh, I am police. Like, wow. Like, what's the world coming
And why
these
do you
days?
have that AR-15 on your front? Like,
yeah.
or whatever gun that is.
Yeah, whatever that is. Like a freaking, like, banana clip, all that stuff. Like,
that was the thing in El Salvador. Like, you could go over, like, we would go to this grocery store, and, like, there would literally be, right next door, I think it was, like, some kind of, not a bank, but, like, a loan place. There was always, like, one guy out front, and he always had a pistol on his hip, shotgun strapped to his front, and whatever kind of gun strapped to his back. One time, I think it was, like, an AK.
Damn.
And I was like, holy crap, like, it was always rotation, and it was always the same thing. They had the same stuff. No, you're okay.
I'm not laughing at that.
But,
Sohan's been
back into this.
Sohan's been sending me AI-generated images of Hitler in various different things, like Santa Hitler.
Oh God,
Black
not
Hitler.
again.
He's doing it again. Anyway,
I'm gonna throw us back on track. With 2013, Canadian astronaut Chris Hadfield departs the International Space Station to return to Earth.
Nice.
Congrats to you, Chris. Welcome back.
Is that Mao Zedong Hitler? Like, what the fuck?
Yes.
Oh my
God. Japanese Hitler.
Japanese Hitler. Holy crap.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, so back to me here. 2016, Chance the Rapper released his third mixtape coloring book on Apple Music, the first album to chart on Billboard Top 100 based only on streams, and also received the Grammy for Best Rap Album. Nice.
Oh yeah, he's an amazing artist.
Yeah, Chance the Rapper.
Oh, I got confused. I was like, a rapper had a coloring book?
Yeah.
But isn't that the name of a song, or did he actually have a coloring book?
Well, he probably had a coloring book, but like it was the name of his album, his mixtape. Actually, his third
his
mixtape.
album is called.
Yeah. Make sure to stay inside the lines, you know. Then 2017.
Somebody pop a cap in your ass.
2017. No, break off a Crayola in your rectum. Like, snap it off.
Oh no.
2017, Portuguese children Francisco and Jacinto Marto, who died in 1919 and 1920 at the age of 10 and 9 in the flu epidemic, respectively, were canonized by Pope Francis at Fatima. They were the youngest Catholic saints not to die as martyrs. Whoa. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Pope Francis is doing some good, you know? So,
Yeah, he looks like Palpatine. A more sober version of Palpatine.
yeah, he looks like Palpatine. Definitely. So, he even has
Palpatine was drunk?
well, with power, yeah.
That's true.
And then we
With
got
the dark side.
2018, Liverpool's Egyptian soccer forward Mohamed Salah scored in a 4-0 win against Brington to set the EPL goal-scoring record at 32 for a 38-game season. Wow. Okay. I wish I knew what that meant, but cool for you. And back to Mr. Sohan, some film and TV history. By the way, before you continue, Sohan, I found someone more culturally ignorant than I am about movies and such.
Come on!
You gotta help us both now.
Oh. Okay. Also, 2019 actress Felicity Huffman pleads guilty for her part in the U.S. college admission scandals. Yeah, she's the woman from Full House.
Ah. So what did she do? College admission scandal. Like.
Yeah, those college admission scandals, getting people into colleges. Family.
Oh yeah, she was trying to get her daughter in without doing the shit.
Oh, that's not
cool.
Which basically, all the rich people do it anyway, so what's the difference?
Yeah, exactly. They just gotta rip on her for some reason.
Because, it had to do some type of justice for, for all the crimes that was happening by cops. So they had to pick her and throw her under the bus.
Mm-hmm.
Also, 2019, former President Sudan Omar al-Bashir is charged in connection with the deaths of protesters the previous month.
Oh, that's not good. And why does it look like the sun is? Why does it look like the sun is shining through her head? That earring is ridiculous.
Is she flipping off someone?
I don't think so. I think she's just doing the index finger, but I don't know.
It's very, very oddly
Also-
positioned to look like.
Also,
Fuck you.
2019, Sri Lanka imposes a national-wide curfew from 9 to 4 a.m. to curb violence against Muslims after the Easter Sunday terrorist attack.
Yikes.
Oh wow. Goddamn.
All right.
Ooh, 2021. Gaza conflict has killed 103 people in Palestine, including 27 children through Israel airstrikes. More than 1,000 rockets fired into Israel by Gaza militants, killing 7 city of Lod center of street fighting.
You know, I keep saying this, like, Israel is a very aggressive, and conquerous nation. I don't know why people, whenever anybody says anything about Israel, oh, you're anti-Semitic, oh, remember the Holocaust. It's like, yeah, but, what are they doing? Come on. You can't hide behind the Holocaust all the time. Yeah, it's an awful event, but don't use that as an excuse to, destroy another city, Come on. People got to open their eyes. So... Anyway, that shall conclude the show. Once again, you can check the underbar of the description for anything you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition, which in itself includes...
Sohin TV on Twitch.
Yep. For your dose of Past Events Daily, we stream every day at 11 in the morning Pacific Time, which is 12 Mountain.
1 Central.
And 2 Eastern.
There it is. For all of you and all of us, I am A.O. Xander.
Sohin.
And I am Loki Lycan.
And we also have Rhombuser, who is probably lifting some weights right now. Anyway, of course, you audience member, or viewer, are you. And until you catch us tomorrow or whenever, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!
Bye.